comes next will be easy. That conviction may help keep us all going.
You know, Father, it's no...
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
They are allies.
Well,
Let's hope his grandma got the help
I
she
appreciate your honesty. I won't add with their twisted ideology. They seek to undermine everything the Institute stands for. Surely
Some
you
or
can
all
see
of you
that.
may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum to the northeast. You may also have known to stay away from it. I guess no one told a group of raiders about that because word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with raiders.
They
right
want
now.
freedom for the synths,
But
that's
don't
all.
get me wrong, it's
They're not a threat to the Institute.
Of course, they claim they're about rights and freedom for
They
synths.
got what they wanted.
But those misguided notions have led to countless acts of violence. Surely you can see that you can no longer work with them. That the time has come to put an end to them, for our sake, for our future. I'm afraid this is an order.
Travis Lonely Miles here.
The railroad leadership
Warren
needs to
Smith
be
with the
eliminated.
uranium rock.
I expect a report when it's done.
Son,
It's unfortunate that it's come to this. But there's really no other way.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you.
Desdemona.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again.
Sen de
Sounds
işte
crazy, right?
That sounds crazy, alright.
That's not a denial. Deacon has proof you used teleportation of all things to get inside the Institute. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you, being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
Oh, trouwens, het zijn maar niet de Raiders, maar het zijn de Railroad. Dus ik kan misschien weet het ook niet waarom, maar het werd niet gezegd. Er werd niet in het filmpje gezegd dat ik hier een save moest. Dat ik niet save. Alright.
I'll work with you then.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or a woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
Contacting him is going to be tricky.
Fortunately, Tom has come up with a potential way to do it. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal. And, if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
Welcome to the family. We're a colorful and arguably insane bunch. But you're stuck with us now. Speaking of which, if you don't mind a sidekick.
Escudelas. Con trofeo, ¿no? Que acá. Als ik haar
Something
nou...
on your mind? You don't look so good.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. All of you.
I guess they consider us a real threat after all. I suppose we should be flattered. So really, the question is, what are you going to do about it?
You're alive, so what do you think?
I think you didn't answer the question. Things have progressed faster than we expected. You need to stall them. Buy time any way you can. And step up your operation with Patriot. That's all we can do. Good luck.
Desdemona.
Have you met with Patriot yet?
Contacting Patriot is my top priority.
If you get the opportunity to upload the holotape, do it. With Patriot's help, maybe we can score a major victory for Synth. Sam!
Hey. Oh. Ja. Oh, oké. Trouwens, nu doet de stream het wel goed. Nou, ik hem opnieuw de game opnieuw heb gestart.
So, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It was tough. Yeah.
I assure you that there was no other way. Their fanaticism wouldn't have allowed it. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Sure. There's always one last thing.
You're not wrong, I suppose. There will always be issues that need to be dealt with, but this This is something else entirely. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
I don't know if that's a good idea. They're well fortified. Attacking them would be risky.
It's necessary. That's all that matters. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here.
There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
So even if we fight them here, eventually we're screwed.
Oh, not necessarily. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing if not thorough. Dr. Lee should be expecting you in her lab. She can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
But if it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the wrench, friend. It'll only end badly. Anyone else out there knows what that thing does, you come see your old friend Travis Lonely Miles. I'll keep you up to date, as always. Feels like anything's possible.
From what I hear, that rogue scent of Libertalia, real menace.
Here's crazy, he calls it.
You've done well so far, but the evaluation is far from over.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah, that. Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
So we just relay onto the airship and sabotage it.
Won't do us any good. There's no direct connection between their robot and the airship, so the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Exactly. You'll have surprise on your side. Should give you some time before they can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh! I almost forgot. Take these.
Oh, thanks. Grenades. Sure, I can always use grenades.
I haven't come up with a good name for it yet. It basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
I'm not gonna beat the Brotherhood with this. Toys aren't gonna help me.
Hard to please, aren't you? Look, this is just to provide extra support. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime. You know the deal with that, right?
I don't need the details.
Well, you kind of do, because it's the whole point of this. Dr. Li?
Yes, well, the Brotherhood discovered him. An old pre-war military project that never saw the light of day due to power problems that couldn't be solved. With my assistance, they were able to get his reactor running and use him against their enemies.
That's quite an achievement.
In objective terms, yes, it was. But the things I went through, that project included, ultimately caused me to seek out something better. It's what led me to the Commonwealth and to the Institute. The point here is that in designing the power system for the robot, I had full knowledge of every onboard system. I know exactly what it is capable of, and precisely how to exploit those capabilities.
We've taken everything we know, made a few modifications based on what we think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And, this part was my idea, uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
With Liberty Prime on our side, that'll give us a hell of an advantage.
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden. And he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the Commonwealth. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry, we'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, they'll be waiting for you in the relay room.
Have we got a plan B?
We don't need a plan B. This will work. Anything else?
What happens to Liberty Prime after this?
They'll be destroyed along with the rest of the Brotherhood.
What have I got for backup?
Once the generators are down, we'll be able to throw everything we've got at them. And I do mean everything.
No questions. Let's do this.
Very well. Good luck to you.
Dr. Li might not show it, but I can tell she's excited about having the reactor online. Yeah.
Not everything you heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold.
I've already started thinking about the next reactor. I'm convinced that...
Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied.
Right here!
Whether they planned to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. Now, Sheldon Alden wants this girl to crawl out through the fallout.
Got it.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
That was the 5 stars.
Something's out there.
It won't time for the news, though, actually, this time is more dressing security. I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the railroad. While it's impossible to say for sure, they may actually be out there. If so, makes sense that they're keeping a low profile. Commonwealth.
I've already started thinking about
One didn't mention it. Quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That was the 5 stars. Folks, I'd like to take a moment. I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Faulkner for lending me a hand. All right.
They went dark.
Folks.
Area sweep now.
Get it on back.
Covering fire over here!
Got it.
Pressing fire, now! Leave no survivors. Surprise assault. Fan out. Target reacquired. Area sweep, now.
this motherfucker. Holy shit. Okay, okay. Nice. I haven't done anything. Something the last bit. And
initiating transfer. Please defend this position. Yeah, obvious. Oh, that's not good.
een beetje afstand. Oh, ik kan lekker. Dat is niet van mij bezet.
Scanning.
Ja, dit is nog.
Subject identified. Finalizing upload in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Operation complete. Shutting down.
Updated tactical assessment. Red Chinese presence detected.
Of niet.
Aerial incursion by communist forces cannot succeed. Initiating directive 7395. Destroy all communists.
It is true.
We're relaying to a safe location.
Zou het te maken hebben met wat ik had gezegd? Wie moet persoon? Nou, oké. Ik ben benieuwd.
Our superior technology
Wow.
Today, we activate our nuclear reactors,
Zo.
ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring
Ik heb niet in het ding zitten.
we have no desire to
Zo.
important details of your personal freedoms.
Kan je wel eerlijk zijn?
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Ik vind deze explosie wel vetter dan die andere. Hè? Dit is toch wat dichterbij en shit. Maakt het allemaal wat vetter. Dit. Kijk. Nou, dit nog.
Mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Met ik weet nog even. Heb ik er gewoon heen gehaald? Ik weet niet, ik vind het gewoon vet. Dit is dichtbij en shit. Maakt het allemaal net iets vetter. Holy shit, kijk dan. Je kan er ook gewoon naartoe gaan lopen. En zie je dit. Wat is ik hier over? Ah. Dat is niet zo heel snel. Ja. Zo. Oké, vet effect dit. Nu wel hoor, dit. Fijn. Ja, ik vind deze explosie wel echt vetter. Ik zeg wel wel direct, maar die andere was ook niet slecht. Maar ik vind dit toch wel iets vetter, dit zo van dichtbij zijn. Zeg maar, maar het andere was ook heel vetter. Dan sta je rustig op het gebouwtje en die hele koude shit kapot. Dit is eigenlijk al maar een klein stukje. Daar sta je dan wel bij. Waar staan we nou voor? Hier. Ja, hier, nog steeds hier. Oh, wat lekker. Nog een lekker bij. Ik denk wel, maar ik heb het wel zo ervaren dat ik het vorige eind gewoon vetter vond. Dat wel. Dat hele gebeuren en dat soort jongen. Ik kan altijd wel iets meer hebben. Ik had ook het gevoel dat het langer duurde. Ja, het duurde sowieso langer. Dat ik meer dingen kon oppakken en zo. Ik denk dat het buiten dat, als ik op dezelfde manier speelde, dus dat nog langer duurt. Ik weet niet zeker. Maar Van dit einde toch, ja, ik weet het, van de vorige techno. Met die instituut van dacht ook gewoon stiekem dat het vet was. Maar koos het ook bij de brand.
But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
At one hell of a cost.
They left us no
It's all.
choice. Remember that. There will always be difficult decisions to make. Allie has always been loyal to the Institute. And to me. You can rely on her for help. Once I'm gone, it's all up to you.
I don't know if I can take your place.
You don't need to look at it that way. Don't worry about taking my place. Make your own place. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been...
Het is allemaal wel, waarom moest ik eigenlijk?
I spent years wondering...
Waarom moest ik een kant kiezen? Wat is dat eigenlijk?
All we missed out on.
Begrijp ik gewoon helemaal niet.
I'm grateful for the time.
Toen heb ik
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you. Father, you've helped the boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Diamond City Radio has some breaking news for you.
Hey.
Hold on to your hats.
The nuclear
I've
family.
lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war.
Never
War never changes.
Yeah.
There's obviously been some kind of disaster.
Nice.
As soon as we know more, you'll know more.
Oh,
Keep the dial set on
dat
the
was
Diamond
het.
City Radio,
Ik dacht
folks,
al.
and we'll keep you updated on this
Kijk.
breaking story.
Niet
Here's
nog
Ray
niet,
Smith
maar
with Right Behind You, baby.
wat, er stond net een paaltje in de weg. Even kijken. Kijk dan, bij dit staat er. Oh, dat was het dan, lekker. Ik heb weer een trofee erbij, ik heb ze wel uitstaan, dus er ziet niks op het beeld komen, maar nice. Even kijken hoor. Nou, ik ga gewoon laten zien. Ja, rondje, kom op. Kom niet. Hij wordt lekker weer. Dat ik niet een rondje kan doen. Of niet kruisen, hoor. Dat fuck man. Dat is kut. Misschien wil ik ook een stop even kijken. Shit. Ik zag zojuist dat het al 10:12 is. Ik morgens gewoon... Dus hij niet zo leuk van als ik het in de lucht zie van de tv. De raampjes boven de deur. Nou, 6 later kan ik het hiernaast. Ja, even... weet ik veel, dat is moet of zo, dat is iets gewoon, dus... Ik heb er mee, ik kan helemaal niks. Het is zo'n rare bug, glitch. Weet ik het hier niet meer. Ik kan gewoon niet weg. Dus ik heb er mee, bedankt voor het kijken. By the way, ja. Ik ga er maximaal en ik denk dat ik het nu... Zal ik het morgen al even kijken? Zou dat kunnen? Ik betwijfel het. Ik mag er 2 dagen van mezelf over doen, dus de bedoeling is dat ik 118% op de 2 heb. Eerst dat ik het helemaal niet zo over te denken dat het zo snel gaat, maar het gaat veel sneller dan ik denk. Dus ja, het is allemaal fijn en nice en shit, dus ja. Het is lekker, want het is een prachtig spel, maar het einde mag toch wel komen. Het einde, dat is al 2 keer geweest. Maar de 100% dat het tweede nog komen. Het einde moet dus nog 1 keer komen volgens mij, dacht ik. Nog 4 verhandelingen doen. En 2 van de railroad en daarvan die andere 2 dan. Weet ik ook niet precies. Van de Minuteman? Nou, ik weet niet. Weet je, we zien het wel, bedankt voor het kijken, like op mijn deel. Zal het in 2 dagen uitkrijgen, maar... Wauw, dus... Nou, we zien 3 dagen, maar ik denk het niet.